wearing your fancy cap, which can only be bought through your site and personally profits him. It's kind of shocking to imagine that this is happening.
Well,
I remember when Obama went to visit.
It would be shocking from any other president, from an actual presidential president.
Yes, I do remember when Obama went to visit victims of Hurricane Sandy, and he was hawking the Obama poncho. That we all remember that, but no, it's terrible.
Well, how about he's charging the Secret Service to use his golf carts? You charge $60 to I mean, come on, and you're sending the bill to the American people.
Is it any wonder that the Secret Service budget for protecting the president and his family has run dry? That was. It's funny.
That's what you were trying to say when you asked what did Adam Schiff?
Yeah,
that's what he wants to say is how much money that they're being charged. Yeah,
right. And it's. At least give them a friends and family discount. It's these are the guys that are protecting you. But for someone who spent so much time on the campaign trail bitching about how much Obama played golf and how I'm going to be in the White House because there's work to be done.
Right. And this
guy, how many weekends? Less than a quarter of the weekends since he's been president has Trump actually been in D.C.?
Yeah. No, my question is, why can that solid 34% of people who still support him, what is their blind spot where they can't see that hypocrisy? That on the campaign trail he said this over and over and over again, that there was so much to do that he would never take vacations, and here he is taking one at a Trump resort every weekend. But they're for some reason they can't see that.
Well, also we hate to use anything racial, but no one's coming out and complaining. You got the brother going to Hawaii and everything. You're showing him taking all these golf trips, but this guy's doing it right here in the U.S. of A., right up under your nose. He's got a full military crew following him to a damn resort that you can't fly over. His bill, they said the money that they're spending to protect all his family members and all these people, and yet you're saying that the other guy screwed us. This guy's not screwing you? You can't see that? I say, we put a reality TV show guy in the White House, and he is that's what the White House is right now. It's just a reality TV show.
Except I don't watch any of the other reality TV shows. This one actually affects our lives, so I've been paying attention. A lot of people are, the impeachment drum is still being beaten hard. I think we should just deport Trump. Of course, it's against the law to say anything that would suggest assassination. So no, and plus, killing is too good for him. That's an easy out. Let's deport Trump. Let's he wants to send 4,000 more troops to Afghanistan. Let's send him to Afghanistan. You want to make it a reality show? This is going to be the highest rated episode of Naked and Afraid ever. Let's just send Trump to another country. Might not be where he's from. Doesn't matter. And on that note, let's talk about DACA.
Good old
How was that for a segue?
Nice.
So if you've been paying attention to the news, you know that in true reality star fashion, rather than announcing what is going to happen to the Dreamers, to the children of immigrants who came to America legally, didn't really have any choice in the matter, are now facing deportment, even though President Obama had put this program into place to, if they haven't committed crimes, let them stay. A lot of them are doing great work. Let them stay. But I guess, because you got to keep Mar-a-Lago staffed over the weekend because it is a long holiday weekend, Trump isn't going to announce what he's doing with the DACA folks until Tuesday. Several states had filed a lawsuit suing the president to make him deport these people. Tennessee has pulled out of the lawsuit, which I think is great. A federal judge in Texas last week, because of the hurricane, said, we're not enforcing these ridiculous papers, please, policies. We're not deporting anyone. This is no. It's just no. Thank you, but no. So we'll get the big announcement on Tuesday, but that's leaving a lot of people in lurch. It sucks for, we are going into a long holiday weekend. You got to figure all these dreamers probably would have liked to have known going into the weekend. Is this my last big hurrah in America?
Yeah.
Do I need to start learning a foreign language for whatever country my parents escaped and brought me here from that I've never been to in my life?
Well, Tymon was talking about the reality show president. It is so reality show to say, I've made a decision, but I'm going to withhold it. And by the way, it was classic Trump form that the other day he said, I've made a decision. I'm going to announce it this weekend, Saturday, or maybe Sunday, Saturday or Sunday. Could be Monday at the latest, but Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. And then they announced it's Tuesday. I mean, there is a compulsive lying to what he does. I mean, why did he have to say it would be Saturday, Sunday?
See, but Monday? and I certainly not to speak in defense of the president because A, I'm sane. Why would I do that? But B, he pays people to do that, and I haven't seen my Trump check yet. So until that comes in, and it's going to have a lot of zeros before that decimal point done, just to let you know. But I wouldn't necessarily qualify this as one of his many, many lies. I think this, and I mean, not like this is any better, but I think this is just another case of the president being horribly, horribly misinformed. The guy doesn't know what's going on.
But even if you inform him, he does. Remember we were talking on when he's got the teleprompter, he does what they say, and then when all of a sudden he flies off the handle, and it wouldn't matter if he was informed. It doesn't matter. The guy's going to say whatever he wants. The people believe that he's, yeah, but I still vote for him. I think he's, they can't even get out of their mouth. He's, that's all they ever say. And then there's nothing else, and this is what they claim that they want him to continue to do. I don't. To go down there and stand in a car while everyone else is standing in water, I mean, what are you doing? Then Pence goes down there. For what? What are you guys going to do? Just to say that you showed up?
I think Pence went down there to actually prove that someone from the White House could potentially do something in Texas. And, again, because we don't break the name of the show is Let's Be Treasonable, but we do not advocate the assassination of any presidents or public officials.
But you can pepper spray his ass. You don't have to kill him.
Well, I was going to say, Dallas got, something done back in the 60s.
Just in case the NSA is monitoring this, I have no part in this conversation.
And again, not advocating anything, just pointing out history.
Oh, dear God.
So if we can get Trump a convertible for his trip to Texas today.
No. Somewhere 3 red flags just popped up.
Well, hey, it's nice to know they're listening.
Yeah.
But so, we've got the flood, we've got the dreamers. Water is receding in Houston. Why shouldn't everything else go down the drain as well?
Which they said it would take at least 2 weeks for that water to recede. So those people, and we're not talking about the waste that has come in. I mean, now he pledged 7.9 billion.
I don't remember the actual amount. I'm sure it'll be much less when
and we're gonna FEMA's gonna do it. But then he said. Did he not say he was cutting federal money for FEMA?
Yeah, about, 2 weeks before
the
hurricane hit, he revoked an Obama executive order that would have given more money towards flood relief and programs to help people who find themselves in a situation like that.
And it also, so with all this racial stuff that we've had, okay, what has been shown is people helping people. You know, I don't care if you're white, black, whatever. I mean, everybody's helping everyone. Matter of fact, seeing he's talking about building a wall, did not Mexico come and help and send people?
Well, I know they offered.
No. They came.
Oh, they did.
They
Good.
did. They showed up because remember, you got people living in one in four Mexicans live. 1 in 4 people from Mexico live in Texas. So Texas and Mexico, that especially that part of Texas, have a great connection as far as trading, as far as the different people coming in, and that's why Mexico said we're going to send our people over because during Katrina, they sent people to help from Mexico to clean up.
But were they sending their best, or were they sending drug dealers and rapists?
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm sure some of them were nice people.
Some of them were nice people.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, they were. Speaking of Katrina, they were paying almost $20 an hour to remove a lot of the waste and different things, the trees that went down. And do you know a lot of Americans turned those jobs down and said they're not going to do that work? But those Mexicans, those so-called people you want, they came.
Oh, $17. That's almost twice the hourly rate that the guys in front of Home Depot get.
Right. Oh, quadruple what they get. I mean, they were paying, and actually,
Wait, I've been overpaying them.
Yeah. Way more.
I'm all right with that. I still thought I was getting a deal.
Well, also it strikes me that Trump may have the shortest attention span of any human being ever born. And this is going to be a crisis that requires like a long game.
Yeah.
This is going to be years and years and years of funds and labor costs and rebuilding. And I don't see him as someone who, 2 years from now, God forbid he's still president, but I don't see him as someone who, can stay on this.
Well, but and that's another story that came up this week that I wanted to touch on. This seems like a great point to bring it in. We do have adults in the government who are sort of running the show that in any other situation, it would be kind of scary. I was listening to Left, Right, and Center yesterday on KCRW, and they were talking. Frighteningly enough, I think it was actually David Frum who was talking about this, but that when Trump announced his ban on transgender people serving in the American military, and then this week Jim Mattis basically said, "Yeah, no, we're not doing that," and I am really hard-pressed to think of anything else that has come up in my life where the generals usurping the president was a good thing. Mm-hmm. But, so getting back to the point you were making about a short attention span is, I don't think he is, this is going to be in one ear, out the other. He's going to be back to thinking about, his bullshit MAGA campaign rallies, if not tomorrow, by the time he gets on the plane to get the hell out of Texas today. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of people in government who actually do love this country, or at the very least want to make sure it functions at a very minimal level. So I think,
very minimal.
That's how we do it. So I agree with your point. I do think Trump is going to forget everything about this, but in every meeting, why can't I have my wall? We're spending the money on flood victims in Texas and Louisiana. What flood? What victims? You remember you went there? Melania was wearing heels. Oh, right. Yeah, now I remember.
Right. So no, I mean it is good that there is a support system.
But it's good.
But exactly. I mean what that means is that he is a totally disempowered figurehead, which hey, I'm totally cool with. But it is so strange to have this person at the very top of the structure who is clueless.
Basically, the Queen of England.
Yeah,
except less informed.
Yes.